Hey, PokerBaazi, sorry about that. Um, just a bunch of tables pop up, so they take my attention. Mm, so yeah, the other ways to calculate poker sites that need to understand expected value. I mean, you had a person who plays on your site, and I don't know what his role is on your site. I actually have one of my videos deleted because said it was about him. No, it was about a hand. Like, grow up, man. Now you have a Twitch team. I'm pretty sure you allow them to talk about a hand, and if someone played a hand, they talk about the person who played the hand. It's nothing personal. Just, you know, if your support doesn't understand expected value and then ask me to elaborate, this is how you get a prison mic elaboration. No, it's how you get prison mic elaborating. Which, by the way, the use of the word elaborate there, it's kind of iffy. It's not exactly what it means. Like elaborate, people think it means to elaborate, like as in like only detail, give more details, but it's a bit more complex than that. However, English is a very imprecise language, but never fault anyone for using it however way they want, as long as it makes sense. Like a betting here would not. Anyways, there's the old school way, right? Wait. Jesus Christ. Man, sorry. Suddenly you get like a bunch of tables. So if all the action is over, like I said, the probability of a hand is always going to be, and I hope you know a little bit of like set theory and stuff like that. And I mean, I hope you do, because I mean, how are you gonna learn gauge theory without set theory, or symmetry without set theory? And if you don't know those, you're never gonna be able to understand physics. And though, or how, scale, symmetry, topology, geometry all bring together gauge theory. But a lot of that symmetry has to do with the set theory. This is not actually set theory, by the way. This is just a probability. This is just saying that the poker hand has a probability representation where it's going to reach a result. Like someone is either going to be 0 or 1 in binary format, in the sense that like it's going to be within 0 and 1 to complete, say, a draw and becoming a winning hand. So 1 is a winning hand. So this is basically representing the probability that player 1 has of completing his draw. This is what in math this would be considered, this notation, to complete his draw. Sorry, I have one eye on the other side. And thus becoming, what did you want me to tell you? Thus becoming the winning hand. The winning hand. Sorry, my writing just took a dive. And the player has call for it to be plus EV. Damn it. The player has to call the last bet, of of size, say capital B, and to win a part of, well, let's make this P dash, or let's make this P, no, small p. So win a part of P, big P. Okay. Big P, that's what she said. So the expected value, the EV of that call, hold up, man, why are people like, this is how it's calculated. The EV is the chance of completing the draw times the size of the pot minus the bet times, this is the times, so this is multiplication, right? Times what? The chance of not hitting the draw, right? If the hand completes the draw, the win is what? So if you complete the draw here, what's the win? The pot. Otherwise, what is the loss? It's either the bet or the call. Whatever they bet or whatever they call, not what was in the pot. For the person who calls, its pot is what they win, and bet is what they lose. Hold up, man. Shit, what the fuck? What kind of raise is this? Yes, suited, I'm gonna call, but I could fold. This guy's like spazzy. His 3-bet from, where are we? Oh wait, he's limp, and no, he didn't limp. I should have had poker, sorry, something open, what's called stars helper. Okay, man, thanks for making it easy for me now. Yeah, for the guy who bets, it's the bet that is the loss, and if he wins, it's the part that's the profit. Yeah, that's the win. Yep. Sorry, I get confused too, just like you guys. So to have a positive expected value, so for the EV there to be positive, what needs to happen? So it needs to be a positive, so it has to be greater than 0, and that can only happen if I'm pretty sure even if this, like, and if someone was here from PokerBaazi, they wouldn't be able to understand it. Well, this expression, if you knew anything about algebra, god damn it. Yeah, I think I'm 100% limping here. Small p times, so I'm going to just call it p dash, times p minus b times 1 minus p dash being it's the same as it's, yep, this is a call. Hold up, so it's this is capital P, right? Shit, fuck. think we go hard after that one. Yeah, I'm just gonna bet like a little more than 20%. Nice. Always works, yo. Why? Why do people in position have to turn their hand into a bluff? The guy fucking blocks a straight. Nothing came in. Well, he didn't block nothing. Nothing came in. I guess that's fine, but it's a two bet, man. He's in position. Should either slam it or shut his mouth. I didn't. It's pretty easy. So this is P dash if that's P dash, but whatever. So this is probability that he makes it. This is the probability he doesn't make it. Right? 1 minus. How can you express this expression in a different way? Hold up. A fold. Well, for that, this is the mathematical annotation, by the way. And it would be right here where we would write it. It would be, this is the same as saying 1 minus the probability, so the probability of not hitting your draw divided by the probability of hitting your draw. What is it called? Win odds. Should be less than pot over bet. So if pot is 100 and the bet is 100, so now the new pot is 200 over 100. So that means 2. And if you have, what do you say when you have a pot size bet? You have 33% equity, right? And you should call half the time. We'll talk about that. But what does that mean? What does that mean here? This is the expression, by the way, that you can boil it down to. Man, so much talk about P's and boiling it down. So if this was 1 minus not making it, which is 66%, divided by 33%. Hold up, Jesus. No, very close though. 1 minus, so we're back here. So what would this be? 0.33 divided by 67% is, yeah, divided by 33. So it'll be 0.33 divided by 33, right? That'll be like 2.0303. I haven't done it yet, but oh no, it'll be 1. So 1 here is what? Because yeah, 33 goes the 100. You can just cancel the percentages, right? You can just cancel the percentages. You can do that in math. It's 1 minus 767 is 33 divided by 33. It's 1. So 1 is less than 2. Or if I made a mistake here, and if this is like 100 over 100, 1 is less than equal to 1. That's why it's a break even. No, but that's not. This is right, but that's why you have to. You're being laid 2 to 1, right? So you need to win. For every 3 times, you need to at least win once. If you have 33% odds. But why do we have to call it 50% times? Let me explain that to you. Someone bets 10 to win 10. What is their profit? What is their gross that they take and they win? Well, they win. Their gross is 20, but they wagered a 10 to win 10. So their profit is 10. Okay. So if they keep doing it and you don't do nothing about it, they auto profit. How do you stop them and at least make it break even? Well, you start calling half the time. And what is calling half the time? With 50% of your range. What are you gonna call with? Hands. Just like yesterday, I had to explain to this guy, what is average stack? If you're 50% of the average stack of the field, you're gonna have at least half the people on your table be higher than you. Very likely that would be the case, right? So all simple. PokerBaazi, poker is simple. You guys just stall. You're unprofessional, and you are letting exploit on your site exist, and just handling it like a dick would. Just a hard stance, but want it to be over in 2 seconds. Exactly what you're trying to do. Edge pass, that's what she said. Edging pass. I'm sorry. So what would you need to do here to deny me the profit? Well, my gross is 20. So if you start calling me half the time, right, 50% times half time, you take that 10 now. So now we're break even, but neither one of us want to be break even, right? So figure out how to win. I'm sure it's 22 re-entries, and I think that's why you probably, the doctor you hired, Dr. Khanna, you should like probably talk to the site and say that, man, you should not allow people to take 22 re-entries. They're going home and they're probably crying inside and they broke. Like, game changer breaks people's bankroll, trust me. Now if I was betting 5 into 10, so 50%, what do I take home? Like gross 15. What's my profit? 10. How do you stop me? This has big implications on how you bluff, actually. Well, this is how you stop me. So I'm betting 5 to win 10. I'm taking back home 15, but my profit is 10. So 15 times, what are you gonna have to do? Well, call twice as often. So with 67% of your range. Because why? This is 1, this is 3. What is 3 times 2? 10. Now you take my profit, which was right here. So now again we break even. So remember, the smaller you bet, the less right you will be, because the more often the villain has to call, which has implications on bet sizing in many ways. Although fundamentally speaking, well, I'm not gonna tell you the fundamentals of c-betting. Maybe, I mean, you guys maybe will come to grips with bio. So all of this is nothing but letting you know in a very non-serious way that you should get serious about serious. Okay? I'm serious. Cheating should not be allowed. Take a lesson. It is your prerogative to make sure that it's not allowed. You should take a lesson from something like someone like Stars. Like, they're your competitors, but you know, people help people. Ask the software manufacturers. Now there's obviously this thing, oh man, there's always something, we can't like 100% do something. Yeah, the thing is, these softwares cost a lot of money, so it's not like people, there's going to be a limit to how much like people are gonna like try to invest in cheating in a game where there is chance involved, where there is variance, right? So talk to these software companies, ask for the code, do these things, right? And one last thing you do is close my account. That's it. Close my fucking account, man. And keep your developers busy on those dancing monkeys, right? I'm sure the next update will have a emoji that already exists but now is animated in some stereotypical, you know, bhangra uh, guy, because you know you win a pot, the software that has almost zero um, multi-table, uh, you know, if I had to rate multi-table uh, sort of, you know, how much you can multi-table easily on a site, I mean, actually, Spartan Poker would be better than your site because of your time bank, which you can't even like find. It's kind of like they, it's such a hit or miss. You have to hit the T on the time bank. I don't know what, like I've sat out so many times. Yet I think I won the first tournament I ever played on your site, and then you had that guy come into my account and take off the money. I'm like, I had no idea what was happening. I just win. That's all I know. So here it is. Get serious about cheating. Knowing these softwares exist is your job, not mine. Yet here I am elaborating something that if you just read my emails, if your support just knew what I was talking about, I mean, like, why are you spending money? You know what that support does? He knows everything about rupees, about INR. If I hollered at him right now and asked him, like, I'm having trouble depositing 30k or 40k or 50k or whatever, he would help. He would know every single way to do that. He would, if I was like kind of iffy, I didn't want to actually like put this money in there. Uh, he would probably like come up with some kind of like, oh, you're a special player, you're gonna get this special code. Or if I ask him a difficult question that has nothing to do with this thing, money, and has everything to do with cheating, he will deflect. He will say the servers are down, even though he said I can't even see your history of, and I log into the on your account. That very moment I can see it. So I took a picture of your guy saying the server's down. I made him ask like, what do you mean, like, and he says like, no, your records can't be seen, while seeing my records. So there's that. You want, I can publish that too. So I mean, I think that's what your support is for. I think you should just call it like, you know, cashiers cashier support or something like that. Take a leaf out of websites like SARS. Uh, Today it's, now I'm like, you know, two tabling, but whatever. Like, it's a rest day for me. Had a huge win yesterday, which obviously I don't care about Poker Guru. They don't really. They're not international. Well, I had two wins. I had 3 final levels. Oh, no, 6 fucking final levels. Jesus Christ, so many final levels you can't even remember final levels. And like people like this guy, like I said, like kind of ganged up on me on like with regard to math, because people who re-enter this much, people who don't understand how much of their degraded their tournament you know structure is, that they're entering into, the rake that they're paying now, the rake contributed versus in the money because of your condensed pay ladders, all of that contributes to uh, a very high rake contributed, because as a fraction of the money staked, and you know, ITM. And I like to see it through Rake's perspective, because that really shows you that tournaments where you should have, I mean, all tournaments are usually 10% break, right? You're having people on Spartan, people on your side, like paying like 15, 20 minimum. You see someone like some of your best players, if they only had one or two entries, they'd just be insanely like in the bottomless pit of losses. And not to mention, your scores get reported 67,000, 6,79,000 score gets reported as something, right? That's insane, man. It's like this guy has an ROI of like 1,100 something dash 3 more figures 0.00. It's fucking insane. So yeah, again, just close my account. Do whatever you want to do. Don't do like, you know, just close my account. And to the boys who play poker, seriously, man, like apart from these, you know, there's enough players that are not these stable players, where if we all played on one side or two sides, maybe one or two sides, I mean, there's some international sites as well available to us. Remember, organically, there'll be volume. There'll be volume in terms of both games as well as guarantees, as well as the field sizes, which is what, and there'll be lesser number of rebuys, which is good for you. Trust me, it's really good for you to not have to re-enter even the option, right? Remember, I can pull out any number of like 500 to 1000 games. Well, it's hard to do 1000 because stars only had like .com only had like multiple re-entries late in my career for .com, but this always wins in like, or it's like break even. It's kind of like, okay, you won, but really, meh. I go by like buy-in. Anyways, my mama is calling. PokerBaazi. There it is. Elaborated. Peace out.